Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Archie's Briefings. I'm your host, Arshel Branch, and today, you guys, we are going to talk about the Crockett curse that just keeps on coming. She just keeps on delivering, and I'm loving every minute of it. You guys know I have an obsession with the black woke, the black ratchet. You just know I have an obsession with this, and it does have to be discussed because, my goodness, she just keeps on giving. She's either the gift that keeps on giving for conservatives, or she's the curse that just won't stop when it comes to the Democrats. They're all over the place, and it's quite fascinating to watch, and she's been everywhere, okay, this last week and a half, especially leading up to her birthday this Saturday, come March 29th. And, we shall see how that goes. But this is what makes her quite intriguing in these next couple of days. But now, before we go ahead and do that, you guys, I want to officially announce to you all that my Rumble channel is officially up and running. So if you are a subscriber here on the YouTube channel of Arshel Financial, you can just click the link. I'm going to put the link to the Rumble channel in the description box, and you guys can head over there and subscribe, follow there, just so we can keep this going. And as I expand and do other things and go from YouTube and Rumble and do other things as well, I will be making the announcements here. But now we've taken care of that. So now, if you guys are interested in this conversation with me, keep on watching because, like I said, we're going to talk about the Crockett curse because, she just keeps on delivering and I'm loving every minute of it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's talk about that, shall we?
There is something that has been on my heart that I did want to discuss. This one is a huge part of being productive, being lucrative. I'm not for anything that goes against true productivity, true sovereignty of the individual. The choices that we make are what's going to be up for judgment.
All right, you guys. So as I said in the open, we are going to talk about the curse that is Jasmine Crockett. Okay, she just keeps on giving. She just keeps on giving. I think she's a gift to the conservatives. Honestly, I think she's a gift to America first because she just keeps making it easier for us to show just how ridiculous the Democrats are. I think she shows to a lot of the male voters why voting Democrat is not in their best interest, especially if they're leaning towards a woke female to be the new leader of the party. After the whole thing with Chuck Schumer, they just don't know where to go. They have no idea where to go. They are reeking of pusillanimous fear. I feel like Jeepers Creepers, I can smell your fear. And I feel like it's going to be a delicious thing to actually see as we keep going forward and forward. But I'll tell you what, you guys, she just won't stop talking. I think that's the biggest problem that Jasmine Crockett has. She just won't stop talking. No one in her party keeps telling her, won't tell her to stop. And frankly, you guys, me think the lady doth protest too much. Okay, I think she should stop. Between the interviews and her TikTok videos, I think she should stop. But of course, she's not, and I have an obsession, so we're going to talk about this. So over the course of this episode, you guys, I'm going to show you a series of videos from compilations of, some of her statements in the interviews. I'm going to show you statements out of interviews just to prove that we knew this woman was not very intelligent, and to show you what we're heading into as we get to her birthday this week. Just from this last week and a half, just covering all of that. So I'm going to start with her TikTok video, you guys, because my goodness, I was in shock. I was clutching my imaginary pearls because she was just too much. And of course, I'm going to talk about it today. So let's go ahead and let's run that clip for you guys. And I want to apologize. Because I know she's trash. There's no other way of saying it. She's just trash. And so I'm going to apologize to the viewers for how trashy she is. And I will excuse her language. Okay, I will do that for her because we obviously know she won't do it herself. So let's go ahead and let's play that TikTok video, shall we? Okay, guys, so this is her TikTok video. This is the TikTok video I was telling you all about. And I will say one compliment for her. I love that blouse. It is very, very cute. Looks very silky. Love it. But I will say, okay, when I saw this clip for the first time, I showed it to my twin sister who used to work for a behavioral health non-for-profit. So she can detect if a person is inebriated or not, because that was literally her job. Okay, so she could tell. And she's like, yeah, nah, this girl is, if not drunk, I don't think she's drunk because she's making sentences, but I do think that she is inebriated because she did slow down a couple of things. It's not because she's loud, because she's always loud. But her train of thought gets lost. Okay, she has the buzz burp. It's just all there. So I'm going to show this to you guys because, let's just run it.
Oh, listen, I am definitely of the opinion, that we should have some DEI hires in this administration, the ones that definitely earned it, because clearly we've got a bunch of incompetent fools that are trying to run our country, and actually they are running our country.
Ghetto.
They're running it straight into the ground, because the idea that you would have a Signal chat, and yes, if you don't have Signal, you all should get Signal. So I'm not gonna hate on Signal. This is not a Signal hating message. But the fact that you literally are going to plan enemy attacks on a Signal chat, and then you don't even know who's in the Signal chat, and then y'all want to come at us and act like people of color are the problem or that women are the problem. Like, baby, you probably need a good Black woman in the room
she's so
who can
ghetto,
check
guys.
you and tell you that, first of all, you shouldn't be doing this shit on Signal or anything else.
Okay.
But y'all,
I'm gonna leave it there because So again, I apologize for the trashiness, for the language. She's obviously not going to do that. She doesn't do that here. She never does it. She never apologizes for how bad her language is, you guys. And I just can't help myself. I can't help myself. My obsession, you guys. It's my obsession. But that was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. And you can hear, her mouth is dry because she's been drinking. She clearly, her train of thought is everywhere. Again, from where it started to where it is. She goes from this, this whole thing with the group text message, and this is not a thing about Signal, to now you want to come after me. That's this part. Again, this video was 5 minutes long. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I will say, woman, you shouldn't have done this. You shouldn't have been buzzed and made a TikTok video about a political thing. Okay. You should have just been like, I'm enjoying my birthday week, and then called it a dang day. No, she didn't do that. I think she's enjoying it, though. She's having a good time. She's definitely enjoying her birthday week. I'm going to come out of this, you guys. All right, guys. So obviously, you know what I think about that video, right? I mean, come on. There's no way that she wasn't buzzed. There's no way she wasn't buzzed. Like I said, I think she's having a good time celebrating her birthday week, yo. A good time. And it's just amazing to me, and of course, and I did get in the comments on that TikTok video, and I said, I detect spirits. Love your blouse, though. I think you're enjoying your B-Day week. I did get in the comments, and so far no one has responded. So, maybe TikTok is a little different than it is on YouTube, because, darn well, if that was on YouTube, somebody would have came after me. I'm like, yeah, no, I think she's a bit buzzed, though.
Are you drunk?
So now that takes us into a whole new standard of how we do politics. I do blame TikTok. I blame really all social media apps. Now we know way too much about our politicians. We should know some things about them, obviously, but we don't know how they celebrate their week. It wasn't always so easy for them to have access to cameras when they feel like they need to say something. Usually they wait until the next day because obviously they had no access to cameras. Now they have access to cameras all the time, and this is what you get, right? You get drunk politicians enjoying their birthday week. Like, that's what you get. That's exactly what you get. And again, not helping. Now, you guys, I'm going to show you. And I love that Fox News did it for me, so I don't actually have to do it. Just a compilation of all the stupid stuff that she's been saying, all the stupid things that she has been saying from last week into this week, heading into Saturday, not trying to, give herself some time to just make up for all of the issues that she's obviously causing with Pam Bondi. Like, you have beef with the attorney general. It's like, it's not just you, okay? Because AOC got issues with the border czar. Now you've got issues with Pam Bondi. I mean, you guys are not doing well. And she just refuses to slow things down. So I'm going to pull up the Fox News short where it's a compilation of a bunch of different things that she said over these last few weeks. So let's go ahead and let's run that next, shall we? All right, you guys. So this is the clip. And again, I love that Fox News did this for me. So I'm just going to shout them out because I didn't have to do it. They did it for me. And it's beautiful. So let's go ahead and let's run it, shall we?
Have never endorsed political violence.
I think you're okay with you okay with punching. Like, it's Ted Cruz. I mean, like, this dude has to be knocked over the head, like, hard.
On March 29th, it's my birthday. And all I want to see happen on my birthday is for Elon to be taken down. Yes.
So you have that. Again, thank you, Fox. You just made it very, very clear, okay? You can't say that the Democrats don't support violence, and then you just keep on going. And again, you guys, that same interview I told you earlier, in the same interview where she was talking about Ted Cruz, is the same interview where she said she is not there to do her job. She's not there to compromise. She's not there to actually pass legislation that would benefit her constituents. She's only there so she can fight back against President Trump. Again, me think the lady doth protest too much. Now, you guys, again, as I said, if it's not even just the conservatives that are talking about why this is problematic, you have Democrats who are saying the same thing. It's as if she's not even trying. Okay, she's not even trying to get her act together. She just should stop talking. I think she's trying to make a name for herself because, like I said, they don't know what to do. They're scrambling after Chuck Schumer wouldn't allow the government to shut down, after he didn't use whatever leverage they believe he had in order to get something done. And they're scrambling, trying to find a new leader. Is it going to be AOC? Is it going to be Jasmine Crockett? But the problem with it being a woman, any woman, I don't care if she's Hispanic, I don't care if she's Black, I don't care if she's white, she could be far left or even a moderate. That's not going to help with the men when it comes to voters. Now, granted, the people don't do the voting, it's them, but it's certainly not going to look good on a national scale when obviously the biggest thing you had happen to you last year is that your female candidate could not win. She seems to just not get the message, and no one is telling her to stop talking. Now, people are going to get in the comments. Democrats are going to say, oh, well, she's going to keep on talking. She should stop. You have the right to be silent. You really should. It is not helping you, Crockett. It's not helping. Now, it's making me laugh. I have an obsession. You have no class. You just decided that you were not going to have any class. And I do think it's a bit performative. She realizes she's got a bit of attention now because really, who really knew about this broad before fake eyelashes? She's the gift that keeps on giving for conservatives. Judge Janine said at the beginning of the year, Crockett is the one to watch. She's going to get crazier and crazier as the year goes on. And we're only in March, yo. We are only in March. So let's see what the Democrats are saying about this. Like, I pulled up a clip. I watched a clip with Van Jones, and I was astounded. And I am not really shocked by the behavior or the comments made by Democrats that often. This really surprised me. So let's go ahead and let's play that CNN clip with Van Jones, shall we? Okay, you guys. So normally when I look at these CNN clips, I'm usually, talking about Scott Jennings because I love Scott Jennings. But actually, no, it wasn't so much Scott and what Scott had to say, which of course I agreed with when I watched it, but it's what Van Jones had to say because, again, my mind was blown, and that doesn't happen very often when I listen to these Democrats. So I'm going to go ahead and let it run.
She's new. Mm-hmm. She's young, and she's trying to find her way. I think that this party is scrambling, trying to seem tough. And I'm seeing this party traffic in a lot of curse words. That's supposed to be like the new cool thing to do. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's going to be as useful. I even heard Pete Buttigieg with a whole bunch of curse words. Mm-hmm. I don't know who gave that memo. I don't think that's very useful. I think you have to be very careful when you're.
All right, I'm gonna leave it there. Okay, so a few things that he said. First of all, when he said, she's new, she's young. I mean, she's young. The woman is 43 years old. That's as of right now. She'll be 44 on Saturday. Don't tell me she's young, all right? Okay, she's literally a few years shy of when Obama became the president. Like, you're not going to convince me that this woman is young, don't know what she's doing. She's 43, about to be 44. Like, that's what's about to go down on Saturday, okay? She's trying to be new to Congress, but she's not a young person, okay? I mean, listen, I'm not saying that she's old, okay? But she's no spring chicken either. There's no way she don't know that she should not be using this crazy language. Oh, it's the cool thing to be doing. Even Pete Buttigieg is doing it as well. And it's not that it's just the people on the left that are doing this. You guys know how I feel. I think that this is a societal decline. We're making it okay to be cursing in, the government buildings, that we're cursing on our TikToks. And I think that that's obviously not a good sign when our conservatives, when just not even just so much conservatives, but when government is using this language. And it's like, do you have nothing else to say? We're electing you. It doesn't mean that you have to know everything about everything. I'm not looking for you all to be geniuses, okay? But I do expect you to have a level of decorum when you are in presence of the house that my ancestors built, okay? I think you should have a little bit more respect. Would you curse like that in front of your mother? If I curse like that in front of my mother, she'd give me the look like I'm ready to kill you and I don't care that you're almost 30. Like, you don't do that. And she obviously doesn't care. Don't sit there and tell me that it's because she's young. That was the biggest thing that really got to me. And secondly, that it is become the new cool thing to do. You see this on the Democrat Party, that they don't give a sugar honey iced tea. I showed you guys her TikTok video. She just doesn't seem to care. She's going to keep on doing it. She did it at the rally when they were trying to save the Department of Education. She did it on her TikTok video, obviously. Okay, she's just going to continue to keep on cussing. And obviously, I do think people on the left are obviously unhinged. Some people on the right use that language as well. I have an issue with it, period. But it's so regular with Crockett. It's like, stop talking. You are not helping. I'm going to come out of this. You guys, and so, like I said, I do not agree with Van Jones that it's because she's young. Because she's not young. She's old enough. She's a grown woman, okay? She's old enough to know not to use that language, okay? On camera. You guys know, I excuse my language when I say, excuse my language, damn, hell, ass, excuse my language. I do that because, I want to show you guys the respect that you obviously deserve. I show you guys the same respect that I show my mother. It's like, it just makes sense. Now, when I'm among my siblings, it doesn't mean that I don't respect them. I like the idea that I can use other words. Like, I use earlier, you guys, my word of the year is pusillanimous. Okay. So I intend to use that as regularly as I possibly can. I'm adding to my vocabulary. The goal is to get to a level of intellect where I could remove that language. If not altogether, it doesn't have to be said so often. And she just doesn't get that. And she's a congresswoman. Okay. The woman is obviously ghetto. And sometimes she's just so ratchet and ghetto that even the right doesn't know what she's saying, that Nancy Mace was ready to, throw some fists at her when she thought she called her child. Like, do we even know how to speak proper English anymore?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
But I do have one more clip to show you guys. And I think, again, it just shows the level of intellect. And this is probably why she cusses up a storm by a lot. Because, again, I don't think this woman is particularly bright. So let's go ahead and let's run that next clip for you. And I swear, that'll be the last clip of Crockett for the day. Last clip for the episode, okay? I promise. Let's go ahead and let's run this next clip for you guys, shall we? All right, you guys. So as I said, this will be the last Crockett video, the last one that I show you guys. And now this in particular interview, in these in about a minute or so that I'm going to show you guys in this interview, they're going to be talking about the Trump tax cuts, like the goal of the tax cuts, and why she's no fan of them. Why she, according to her, believes that the 2017 tax cuts only benefited the top 1%, or that even if it did benefit other people, it really benefited the top 1% even more, and that he wants to go even further, providing the 1%ers the most opportunity with the tax benefits. Okay, now I'll let it run, and then I will give you my reaction. Let's go ahead and let's run it, shall we?
Is the way that I would characterize it, because what we're doing is there's 4.5 trillion.
Yes.
I want to say is the number.
Tax cuts, that's
right. And so the issues that we have is number one. We know, let me make it really simple because I know people are going to watch this.
I heard that. They make this simple because I know people are going to watch it. Who are you trying to simplify it for, woman? I watched the entire Face the Nation interview with the Secretary of Commerce, and he made it very clear that the goal of this administration is to not only try to eliminate the federal income tax, if not get rid of the Federal Reserve altogether, but to make sure that we are not taxing any American citizen who makes less than $150,000 a year. Like, that is the goal. That is what the Secretary of Commerce said. That interview came out way before she did this interview. Do you think she had anything to say about that? Oh, he only wants to help the 1%. Sorry, but and normally I wouldn't get this personal, but you guys, I don't make $150,000 a year. Like, what? Do you have any idea how awesome that would be? And no tax on tips. You're talking to a former bartender. Hello. You're looking at someone who used to sell Broadway tickets, and I used to love it when people used to tip. You have any idea what it would have been like to not have my $40 tipped? Okay? You have any idea what it is to bartend and not have that tipped? You not trying to pass the policies? Again, remember, I told you guys, in the interview where she talked about hitting Ted Cruz over the head or encouraging people to hit people hitting Ted Cruz over the head. Yeah, she said she is not there to pass legislation. She is there to stop President Trump. Mind you, the tax plan, which she clearly doesn't know how to verbalize here, which again goes into the intellect, and I'm going to come out of this and I'll just go on my rant afterwards. I'm going to come out of this now. That was enough. That's all we needed to see there. Okay, so that was all that needed to be seen there. Now, if you guys want to go and watch the whole thing, really, what really stood out to me was that she didn't know how to verbalize what she thought about the actual tax plan. And again, the Secretary of Commerce had his whole interview way before she did, and she could have brought that to the interview. It's the top 1% earners are the only ones that are going to benefit, even though some people benefited. I mean, and that was before even, because people. She didn't know how to really attack the policy. And when she says that they want to go even further with this, she doesn't even know what to say. Because again, we don't need every single one of our Congress people to know absolutely everything about everything. You go in there with your own expertise. If I were her, I would have deferred to the part of the caucus that knows finances, whose background is in finances. I don't know if I would have gone to AOC, because I don't think that woman knows anything. For a woman who has a degree in economics, I don't think you know very much about economics, because if you did, how do you not know that the Green New Deal kills the economy? Like, how did you not know that? How did you not know that? But side note, again, you guys, I think the woman just keeps on delivering. She's not very bright. And this is a big part of the conversation from the conservatives. We love it because, well, if you're just going to be this dumb, then it makes it easier for us. If you're just going to be this stupid, you're making it way too easy. And I love every minute of it. I mean, I'm not going to sleep on you either. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like you're not a problem. Obviously, you are. Pam Bondi, you need to get on this, clearly. Okay? But what were you thinking with that particular interview? I mean, did you really think you nailed it, woman? Because I don't know.
Hey, was that floating like a Cadillac, or was that stinging like a Beamer?
And so, you guys, I'm just going to sum this up because I think I've spent enough time on this woman again. We are in her birthday week and Saturday is coming. It's right around the corner and this is a big day. Like I said, you guys, there is a task force on the Tesla circumstances right now. Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, they all got their eyes on these Tesla dealerships, Tesla owners as well, because people are they're being harassed, they're being assaulted, people are actually getting harmed, properties being destroyed, and it's 2020 all over again. Only instead of over Black lives, now it's over Tesla cars. The woman is the curse that keeps on getting. And like I said, the Democrats are reeking with pusillanimous fear. There goes that word again. You see, it's a good word. Good word. I like adding words. I like adding words to my vocabulary. It's a good word. I thank Glenda Jackson for that one. It's a side note, you guys. But thank you all for watching. You guys get in the comment sections. Let me know what you think. Again, I apologize for Jasmine Crockett's language because she obviously won't do it. I apologize for that. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think about this whole thing. Do you think she's a gift that keeps on giving to conservatives? Because I think she is. I think we got to keep our eye on her because she might become the leader of the party, which again, I think would help conservatives again. Is she the gift that keeps on giving or the curse that she is to the Democrats? Is she that to all of us? Let me know in the comments. Again, you guys, I have announced my Rumble channel. It is up and running. You guys head over there and you become a follower. You become a subscriber, viewer. Like this video, share this video from YouTube, from Rumble. Let's, do a lot of supporting. If you guys would love to support the show, you guys obviously can like, share, follow here and on Rumble. You can also support me through Cash App by Cash Apping me at #RShellBranch. I love you guys. You all have a wonderful night. I will see you tomorrow. And I promise you it won't be about Jasmine Crockett. It'll be about something else. Promise. Pinky swear. Pinky swear. I love you guys. You have a great night. God bless and Kepla.